Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your daily reading. Today I'm using the Lantern Oracle. I love this deck. I got this deck recently after I had purchased it for a client of mine who actually became a student of mine, who is now a graduate and is starting to do all of this as well. And this deck really spoke to me about her and her insight and her gifts of intuition. And when I use this deck, it's really an opportunity to go really deep, to really look at things from the depths of sometimes our shadow, can really help with any kind of difficulty or challenge that we're having. And so today I thought I would give you what I call an elemental spread, which is 4 cards. So we're just going to make some stacks here. And the first stack is always going to be earth. And the second one is going to be air. Third one's fire. And the last one's water. So the first card we get is enough. You were born enough. I think this is an ideal card for the Earth position because the Earth position is all about our experience that we're actually having here on the planet, right? Our relationships, our careers, finances, anything that has to do with being on this planet in this particular incarnation. And the card is really a beautiful card. It's this angel, and she's kind of saying, you're enough. I love that. So we are all enough. We don't need to strive. We don't need to judge ourselves if we are thin enough, beautiful enough, ambitious enough, smart enough. All of that is just the mind, and we can let that go. We are perfect in how we appear because that is what we chose. This is how we chose to be in this incarnation. And so everything that we are experiencing is just the way it's supposed to be. And if we want it to change through free will, then we can do that too. We can do that too. So the second card is air. And the air position is going to be all about our mental realm. What are we thinking? And how are we discerning our experiences in any given moment? So how do we see things? And how do we see others? And this card is a very interesting card. It's called Distorted Desire. Distorted desire means that we are thinking through the lens of certain judgments. It means that we are wanting something from a position of lack or a position of judgment within ourselves. So if we are not seeing with eyes of gratitude, then we might be judging that our ability to generate income or abundance is lacking. But that really isn't what's going on, right? That's a judgment. We are an infinite consciousness, regardless of whether we have X, Y, and Z amount of things, money, whatever it is, or not. So really changing the perceptions of how we're thinking will allow us to generate a sense of appreciation and gratitude. And guess what, everybody? The minute you drop into appreciation and gratitude, that magnetizes everything you could ever possibly want to you. So that's the trick, right? The trick is to be in a neutral state of wanting. In other words, wanting is really just sending ourselves the message that we don't have. So, but when you are in appreciation and gratitude, you are acknowledging what you already have, which is in turn giving that vibrational message to the universe. Hey, thanks so much. I love all of this, and this is great. And so it's like, oh, well, we'll send more. We'll send you some more. So deep gratitude and changing that perception of not having what you want. Change that up. Flip that script. Look at what you do have and generate a feeling and appreciation for what you do have. Gratitude is the key. The next card is in the fire position. And I get this card all the time with this deck. It's the accountability card. And, you know, she's literally carrying this bag of rocks, or this basket of rocks on her back. And accountability is kind of a burden, but we don't need to perceive it that way. We can look at accountability as the responsibility we take for our experiences, right? When we take responsibility for the experience that we're having, whether it's a positive or a negative, a happy or sad, whatever that experience is, if we take responsibility for it, in other words, we don't deny that it's there, we don't cover it up, if we just look at it as it is, and we get really super comfortable with looking at things as they are, not as we want them to be, but as they are, really accepting and allowing things, then that sense of orientation to that situation, or how we are perceiving even our own actions, can be very relieving and can actually send a message to the universe that we are growing up, that we are evolving into a state of responsibility. And responsibility isn't obligation. That's something different. Responsibility is a way of thinking about our lives and not imagining it in a way that it isn't, but really looking at it with clear lenses and accepting it as it is. It doesn't mean we don't want to improve it, or we are not going to take action to improve it, because this is in the fire position, and that is all about action and passion and goals. So if there is something in your life that you would like to see differently, then I invite you to see it as it is first, and then take action towards changing how you would like it to be from the perception of appreciation. In other words, if you are looking at wanting to change a job, remember that you are the one that is having and experiencing that job. So if you're not having a good experience, perhaps it is surrendering to the fact that this is not really feeling good. This is not a job where I feel good about myself. I'm not appreciated. This is the way it is. And that is the experience that I'm having. What you can step away from is judging yourself. It's not necessarily that you are not doing enough, or that you are not working to the extent that you can, you're doing your best. This is your best. And if it isn't being appreciated, then perhaps it's time to take action and step away. Go find something that is more aligned with how you want to work, the level of work you want to do, the appreciation that you need to experience, and the appreciation you have for yourself in your own efforts that you had at the job that you were not satisfied with. So remember, it's not about judging ourselves. It's about perceiving what is working and what is not working, and then taking the action to change that, to make a difference. But first and foremost, accepting things as they are, taking that accountability for accepting that you took the job, that you did the best you could, and now it's time to move forward into something else. And the last card is in the water position. Oh, I love this card. This is a card I started to receive or pull from this deck recently. It's called Emotional Energy, and that's perfect for the water position because water is all about flow and emotional content. It's about joy, it is about sadness, it is about pleasure, sensuality, disappointment, anger, all of the emotions, because all of them are valuable. When we are looking at emotional energy regarding the water position, it's kind of like they are dovetailed together, right? Emotional flow is necessary. If we are not expressing ourselves or even acknowledging that there is something within us that needs to be expressed, and that does not mean necessarily that we're expressing it through verbal or even emotional outlets, like crying or yelling. Sometimes it's just about creative expression. Sometimes it's about doing art. Sometimes it's about singing, right? Emotional expression, whatever it is to you, is so important to clear. When we take that valve and turn it on and let those emotions flow out, we get into a state of health and balance. It's when we're not expressing, where we're shut down, that everything sort of stops and can't keep moving. As much as we want a new relationship, a new job, a better career, or more of this, that, or the other, and we are not expressing our emotional content, it's not going to happen. We are not going to be able to move forward into that at all. So emotional energy is so important. Get some energy work. If you're feeling stuck, go find an energy worker practitioner. A lot of people really benefit from that. I've been doing energy work for clients for years, since 1992 actually. And I love giving energy work because it means that the exchange between the client and myself can be clearing for both of us. And it really does help to align us into a more energetic state of flow. So if you are feeling a little bit stagnant, find something that allows you to express your emotional energy. And if you want a crystal and energy healing session with me, I would love to work with you. They're one of my favorite sessions to give. All right, everybody. So again, from the beautiful Lantern Oracle, your elemental spread reading, I hope that you enjoyed it. And please like and share and contact me if you would like a personal intuitive reading from me. I am happy to illuminate and help guide you in any situation that you have. All right, take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.